พอหนิงแต่งงาน
When I got married and had my child, my dream back then was to build a family and settle down in Bangkok. But then came the change.
ทำให้หนิงเนี่ยตัดสินใจ
And so I decided to leave behind my Bangkok life and start over in Lampang. I had no fear making this decision because my goal was my child. I wanted him to have a happy life, a good livelihood. I wanted him to grow up on a good path.
ตอนที่ตัดสินใจว่าเฮ้ย
When I decided I had to go home, there was no job waiting for me. There was no money and I brought 200,000 baht debt back with me. And so I needed to look for extra income.
มันเริ่มจากว่า
It all started with I love eating. I started looking into baking. I baked stuff for my child. Before I found the right recipe, I threw away so much of my work. But once the recipe is completely refined and everyone said, hey, it's good, I started gaining confidence to sell them. I started with shops in nearby villages. That's where I started.
อย่างพ่ออย่างเงี้ยพ่อก็บอกว่า
My dad said it's so common. There's no difference from anyone else's. People sell them everywhere. How much can you sell it? How far can you go?
จนมาวันหนึ่งอะค่ะ
Then one day, there's this project by SCG. They came to provide knowledge about the production and the development of the community's products, how to create, how to develop, and how to sell them.
ถ้าเราพูดถึงลำปาง
When you talk about Lampang, people think of chickens first. I tried and failed many times to design the shape of the chicken. For our signature puff, I turn it into a chicken-shaped pineapple-filled puff, which is a souvenir of Lampang. Now that we have the product, we need to dress it up. Again, I changed by trying and failing many times, from bags to jars, and so I ended up with a cookie jar with a pulling lid. Aside from the nice appearance, it also helps with the shelf life of the product. Then one day, there came a crisis like the COVID-19. Products I used to sell via various cafes, they no longer sold and the sales dropped significantly. Sometimes I could hardly sell. But once I started using the tool of social media, I started receiving orders from the wider market. And so the sale that once plummeted is now bouncing back.
เรียกว่าเป็นออเดอร์เปลี่ยนชีวิต
And it's the order that changed my life, a 500 jar order. One day we got this opportunity to be the treats that would be served on the dining table of the APEC conference. And that's a national event.
วันหนึ่งเนี่ยพอหนิงเป็นที่รู้จัก
One day, as I became more well-known and had a bigger market, I started gathering products from each community, putting them together, and turned them into gift baskets of communities' products from Lampang. It's like we expanded the market and disseminated the income to more communities, to wider communities.
วันหนึ่งมันเดินทางมาถึงทุกวันนี้
Finally, we are where we are today because we never turned back. Every time I encountered a problem, I faced challenges, I never retreated or turned back or stopped improving myself. I believe that when we do something, we can succeed. We don't need great inspiration or a great beginning. Just start from small, tiny beginnings around us. We may face challenges, we may get tired, but we can fight with it, we can persist for that goal.Because we know what we're doing this for. We do what we love for the person we love.
ครูดอยบอกแม่เจ๋งว่ะ
My son said, Mom, you're so cool and it's so cool. I never knew I could achieve this by baking.